Endogenous retrovirus is not a virus. A presentation by Professor Gershom Zajcek, Faculty of Medicine, Hebrew University of Jerusalem. Endogenous retrovirus is a set of DNA genes and not a virus. These are endogenous viral elements in the genome that closely resemble and can be derived from retroviruses. So we have two kinds of viruses, so-called exo and endo. So exo retroviruses are horizontally transmitted between infected and uninfected hosts, and endoretroviruses are integrated in the genome and are transmitted vertically like any other Mendelian gene. So here's an example on the relationship between HIV and endogenous retrovirus HIV, which is called also a provirus. So HIV, human immunodefensive virus, is a virus that attacks the body immune system. It can lead to AIDS. ERV-HIV, which is called also provirus, is inactive viral form that has been integrated into the genes of the host cell. So here you have the virus is usually infecting via the receptor, and then you have the provirus, which is, as I shall show immediately, uh, part of the DNA of the cell. So let's look at the infection by HIV. HIV virus attaches to a receptor and is uncoated. And this uncoated set of genes is the provirus which we are talking about, and it is part of the DNA of the cell which was infected. Once the provirus is formed, it is actually an update of the provirus because it was triggered by the entering and uncoated virion. And so the provirus is responsible for the creation of virions, and therefore it is part of the DNA which controls the cell. It is obvious that updated provirus remains in the DNA, is part of the DNA, and it is not a virus. It's derived from the virus, as we have seen following uncoating, etc., and it is responsible for creating virions. So we see here that one infection is followed by two kinds of death. First of all, once the virus infects the cell, it is uncoated, which means that it dies, and only its genes are incorporated into the DNA and form the provirus. On the other hand, once the provirus is formed, it creates the virions, and the whole cell dies because of this, and this kind of death is called cell lysis. So what we see here, one HIV infection ends in the death of the virus, infecting virus, and of the cell which was infected by this HIV virus. So HIV provirus actually protect against non-HIV. So let's look at this provirus here. He has two tasks. On one hand, it blocks the receptor, and so non-HIV cannot enter the cell. And the other uh, task is to create these virions. So provirus is essentially a protective gene set, and it is not a virus. So conclusion, endogenous retrovirus is a provirus. It protects cell against foreign viruses. More to come. Enjoy.